This girl had lived alone in a bunker for years. Her parents, who lived next door, would check in with her every day through a screen. Fresh food was always delivered on time, but Ella had never seen her parents in person. She remembered her 10th birthday. Her scientist parents invited a few friends to celebrate with her, but just after she blew out the candles, Ella suddenly felt sick. She coughed up blood and collapsed. The last thing she remembered was being rushed to the hospital. When she woke up, she was in a dark, sealed bunker. Her parents told her through the screen that the outside world was too dangerous. She would need to stay in the bunker for a while longer. Now, they reminded her that only 88 days were left before she could finally leave. But suddenly, the bunker shook violently. The system warned that an earthquake had damaged the shelter. The emergency door opened. Dizzy and scared, Ella's first thought was to go next door and find her parents. But a shadowy figure rushed toward her, grabbing her and pulling her out. Ella stared at the stranger in shock, but once she realized he meant no harm, she slowly calmed down. She wanted to go back and look for her parents, but the man, Lewis, said there were no survivors in that bunker. When he heard her parents were scientists, Lewis believed they must be at the main base, a central shelter where all scientists had gone. He was headed there too. With no other choice, Ella decided to go with him. Along the way, she had many questions. Why was Lewis here? How did he know about her parents? But Lewis kept quiet. Aside from his name, he didn't say much else. What surprised Ella most was how good Lewis was at surviving in the wild. He moved through the forest like it was his backyard. Over time, Ella noticed that behind his cold face was a kind and caring heart. Under his teaching, she even learned how to shoot arrows. But one thing still bothered her. They had passed many empty buildings, yet hadn't seen a single person. Lewis just looked down, his face dark, and didn't answer. One day in the forest, Ella found another bunker. Curious, she stepped inside. To her surprise, the layout was exactly the same as the one she had lived in. There was even a room next door labeled for her parents, and that's when Ella began to realize the parents she thought were beside her all along